We're from Plymouth College of Art. My name's Sophia, this is Ashley, and this is Poppy. I originally do fashion. Ashley is doing a main in entrepreneurship, and Poppy is in fashion media marketing. So our brand is called Toys to FROCK, which is kind of in the name for people that speak better English, but it's okay, we'll explain. So our pun is unwanted toys, frock them. So, I know. Anyway, so here's more of like a PG quote from a famous critic on consumerism and sustainability champion that says, there is no such thing as a way. When you throw anything away, it must go somewhere. So going along those lines, we have gathered all the unique selling points of this brand, which are, okay, so the clothes will all be made from recycled toys. So with the recycling of the toys, we will then move on to creating memories. So the memories that attach to the toys that the children have and the parents have because of their children having all these toys will be transferred into like experiences that people can build by wearing these garments that we're about to show. So we are focusing on outerwear that would be made out of the recycled toys, and they can also be sent to us, so we don't only offer like a product, but we also offer a service of repairing, altering and giving the product a longer life. Therefore also, I think we've got a little gift here that explains what we do. So basically what we would do is anyway, so what we would do is children are known to play around in their clothes all the time, so they frequently get ripped, so they do need repairing. The repairing would happen through the loyalty that we would build with the customer, so they would be able to send back to us the coats that we have made personally for them, because the plastic toys that we could gather could also be coming from the actual consumers themselves. So we would reach out to them to donate their own toys with which we can create personalised coats for their children to wear. And because we offer these services, we can also alter the sizes of them. So let's say someone approaches us with a 4-year-old child, they could have that coat at 4 years old, but also continue to have it until they're 25, because through the pattern cutting that we do, we would be able to add extra panels so that the coat is expanded and created into something much bigger that you can keep for a lifetime. So the actual garment itself will be sustainable because you won't need to fall into the trap of fast fashion and keep one garment for the whole of your life. And therefore, because of this, this sort of mentality will be embedded into the future children's kind of like brains, the same way our generation knows that at the age of 14 we're going to get a mobile phone. They will know that at the age of whatever, when their parent decides, their toys can be converted into a coat that they can have for a lifetime. And as I said, with the pattern cutting, the patterns that we make, we tend to keep them very angular and rectangular so that the pattern cutting itself can be zero waste. So usually when you get the fabric that will be converted from the plastics, usually comes in rolls that are very square. Therefore, all the pieces of each coat will be mainly square so that we can use the most amount of fabric possible. And whatever is left can then be recycled into a new fabric again. So we do aim for 100% zero waste. This is our client. She is a mum, average age of 37. She has a general ethical kind of lifestyle with strong concerns regarding the issue of recycling plastics, but also lives like a vegan lifestyle and buys second-hand clothes, is involved in volunteering, so several aspects of the whole issue that we're trying to address. So these are some technical drawings of our range. As you can see, as I said earlier, all the coats would be mostly angular and rectangular so that we can create this whole zero waste pattern cutting kind of situation. But also, from a business point of view, for us to be able to sustain ourselves with it, money-wise, financially, whatever, we would have to have products that are at a lower price point and that people would love to kind of be involved with a brand, but maybe not at that high price point if they're not ready to invest that far. So we would have hats, gloves and scarves that are again recycled from your toys. And also, on the inside of our clothes, scarves and gloves, when they're personalised especially, you as a customer would know what your coat, hat, gloves, etc. would be made of, because you know what you donated to us. So we would have to assure to you that we've used all your toys, and that obviously would change if we alter the clothes, if we make the sizes bigger, smaller, etc. That would change, because obviously we would have to use a different fabric that's from a different toy. Yeah, and these are just a few facts that might interest some of you regarding like the toy industry and kind of, you know, the issue that we're addressing. So yeah, 40 million toys are thrown away each year, with over 25% of them going just straight in the bin. So that is a very high percentage, regarding that 90% of plastic toys, of the market is account to like plastic toys. So it is quite a big concern regarding all our plastics, because everybody always thinks about plastic bottles, straws and stuff, but the toy industry is actually one of the biggest ones that does create all this garbage that needs to go somewhere. Yeah, and Toys R Us. Toys R Us, as we know, is closing in the whole world. So as a startup, if we were to go if we were to think about it more logically, we would have to have some sort of startup, and we can't just approach anyone to donate one Barbie doll, one potato head, I don't know. But do you know what I mean? They would have waste in themselves when they can't actually sell all the products that they've been selling for years. Because yes, they'll reduce the prices, but there'll still be waste. So we could possibly partner up with them so that they could give us an initial startup, so that we can start making these products. And then, yeah. And then we also looked into, sorry, this is going way too longer than 4 minutes, but... Okay, so all the toys that we've looked at, the vast majority of them are made out of these plastics that are 100% recyclable, so we would know that this can actually happen, and we're not just talking thin air. And all these, especially PVC, everybody knows that is something that is translated into fabric, regardless of whether it's recycled or not. And yeah. This is more details on our process, through which we decided to make some prototypes that Poppy can hand over for you guys to touch. Yeah, the fabric samples. We've made some fabric samples that would obviously be softer and more flexible, but because of what we had available today, we can only see it aesthetically and have a feel for them. And if you do need any more questions on our whole ethos and process, everybody's welcome to. And this is us, because we had an extra colleague, but she had to leave.